everyone, it's Laura Myers for CMS-Connected. Today I'm addressing the common misconception out there that cloud and software as a service, or SaaS as it's more commonly referred to, are one and the same, when in reality, each has their own important defining characteristics. Interestingly enough, there was a time when SaaS was being used as a major product differentiator, but now it's been replaced with companies presenting their solutions as cloud, which begs the question, is it even a factor anymore? Today I'm speaking with Adrian Newby, Chief Technology Officer at Crownpeak, to discuss the very important differences between the two. Hello Adrian, how are you doing today?
Hi Laura, I'm doing great. Great to talk to you again.
Of course. Always wonderful to chat with you. Now there's an incorrect notion that the terms cloud and SaaS are interchangeable, but in truth they're quite different. So could you explain the ways in which they're different as you see them?
I think it's important to realize that pretty much all SaaS platforms by definition are cloud-based, but that doesn't necessarily mean that all cloud-based systems are SaaS. A SaaS platform is really built from day one to take advantage of all of the ubiquity and the scalability and the fantastic capabilities that you can get in all sorts of modern cloud platforms, whether they're from Amazon Web Services or Microsoft Azure or Google Cloud or whatever. But those cloud platforms, those cloud services also allow you to take traditional old-fashioned systems and just install them onto servers in the cloud and run them just as you would in your traditional data center. And so while those systems are running in the cloud, by no means are they the type of solution that you would expect to find if you were aiming to procure or work with a modern SaaS platform.
Now, in thinking of businesses finding the best option, why is it crucial for them to know the difference, and in what ways could they be negatively affected by not choosing the right option?
Well, if you ask most decision makers what it is that they're aiming to get out of moving to the cloud, they'll typically talk in terms of increasing their agility, reducing their costs, and perhaps making it easier to manage their life on that particular platform. And unfortunately, if they end up choosing a transplanted traditional system instead of one of those SaaS native platforms, they'll typically only realize a fraction of those benefits, if any at all. Common problems that they might encounter if they choose the wrong platform would include having difficulty scaling the platform as adoption of it grows, encountering layers upon layers of extra costs that they didn't anticipate or plan for, and enduring maintenance regimes for upgrades and security patching that are every bit as painful and unpleasant as their experiences in their traditional data centers that they were hoping to escape.
In contrast to that, what would you say are the greatest benefits of choosing a SaaS platform for web content management specifically?
Well, for web content management specifically, I think there are several factors that are particularly big deals. Ubiquity is definitely one of them. Being able to work with teams that are distributed around the world, especially when those teams include potentially large numbers of third-party digital agencies, systems integrators, and so on and so forth, is a huge productivity boost. Speed is another huge advantage. The reduced friction that you have working on a modern SaaS platform really allows marketers to be much, much more responsive and to be able to deliver campaigns in minutes or hours instead of the weeks or months that it used to take. And also, modern SaaS platforms tend to be a lot easier to integrate with other third-party services like marketing automation stacks, social media hubs, e-commerce services. So building the more complex experiences tends to be a lot more achievable if you're actually embracing all that SaaS platforms have to offer.
And in looking at the other side of the coin, what are the disadvantages of SaaS?
Well, unfortunately, it's not all roses and puffy white clouds out there. Not all SaaS platforms are equally great. Some still force you into just having to work with a single technology. And sometimes that might make it more difficult to integrate with older legacy solutions that don't work well with that particular technology. the cloud exclusive architecture of some SaaS platforms might make it more challenging to integrate with legacy applications that still have to live within the walls of your own corporate data center. So it's important really to really probe the capabilities and make sure that the platforms you're considering really can deliver the solutions and the capabilities that you need for your particular situation.
Making sure they have that best fit there.
Absolutely.
From a larger perspective, many think the choice between SaaS and cloud has much more to do with the developer and IT teams, with less thought going to the marketing and content teams. But now that marketing and content teams are becoming much more tech savvy, what is important for them to know in the debate between cloud and SaaS?
Well, let's remember, first of all, that more than ever today, marketers and IT organizations need to collaborate and work together really, really closely in order to succeed in the modern digital world. However, I think marketers and content teams in particular really do need to invest a little bit of time to understand at least some of the underlying technology to make sure that they really are going to be getting those speed and agility and cost benefits that they're relying on when they're building the business case in the first place. So I would advise marketers to ask really direct questions about expansion, about scalability, both in terms of cost and in terms of time, and really push for detailed answers. Because if the answers that are coming back sound like the ones that you might expect from your own internal IT organization, chances are you're probably not looking at a real SaaS platform, and you're therefore unlikely to see the kind of benefits that you were hoping for when you built the business case.
Exactly. Now, my last question for you is to hear how you would describe the differences between cloud and SaaS being significant in terms of upgrades.
Upgrades, my favorite subject. They are huge. If you're working with a SaaS platform, then any upgrades, any improvements in the service should be priced into the base subscription. They shouldn't be extras. They should arrive transparently, and you shouldn't have to do anything to take advantage of them. You shouldn't have to be scheduling upgrade time, and you certainly shouldn't be having to rework solutions you've already built on your platform as a precondition to actually taking that upgrade. If you think about it, when was the last time you actually scheduled or paid for an upgrade for Gmail or Facebook or Instagram? And those are great examples of true SaaS platforms. So if you have to manage the upgrade process the same way that you used to when you were running in your own data center, then chances are you really haven't achieved anything at all, and you really haven't got the benefits that you were hoping for when you built the business case and sold the idea of moving to the cloud to your boss.
So that ease is an advantage that definitely needs to be realized. Well, that's all the questions I have for you, Adrian. Thanks so much for this conversation.
Thanks, Laura. Pleasure to talk to you as always.
Oh, thank you so much. That was Adrian Newby, Chief Technology Officer at Crownpeak, giving us his thoughts on the differences between cloud and SaaS, why the benefits of each are very important to note, and how it impacts the upgrade process for an organization moving forward. For more from Crownpeak, make sure you check out all my interviews with them right here on CMS Connected.